So Aden Duale wrote on X, in anticipation, my comments as former majority leader. Well, we know he's the Cabinet Secretary for Environment. And he says that anyone who took time to go through the special motion and evidence tabled last week in the National Assembly can tell the interview was just a decoy to play in the public gallery, invite sympathy and invoke emotions. Simply put, it was bare falsehoods colored as defense. Let's listen to what the Deputy President said yesterday in regards to questions of corruption.
Let me thank all of you for giving me this time, and I appreciate the media for your role to inform the people of Kenya, to educate them, to entertain them, and keep them abreast with what is going on. I want to thank you for your coverage of the short public participation on this impeachment motion, because you exposed it for what it was, and your video clips are very useful for us as we argue in courts of law. You guys are wonderful. You are good people. No wonder you are called the fourth estate. I don't know where we would go in this country without you. We would have so much impunity. We would go back to dictatorship without the media. I want to encourage you to continue to be the watchdog on behalf of the people of Kenya, to protect the Constitution with zeal, to uphold the rule of law, and to call out impunity and corruption. And I want to say, after this impeachment, I want the members of parliament now to focus on the corruption scandals around our country. The Adani scandal, the issues in public health sector, the glaring theft of public resources. That is what parliament should consider and take time. And that is what the people of Kenya want. And I really want to thank the media for being a very responsible watchdog on behalf of the people of Kenya. Please continue writing. Where Rigathi Gachagua has gone wrong, please write. But always accord me the right of reply.
Now, Dr. Ojwang, I'll begin with you, then I can get you, Dr. Olo. What do you make of that? Because he sounds to speak the language of what Kenyans have been saying about the scandalous allegations that have been coming up. But he's also thinking the media, well, we know what the talk was 2 years ago and his relationship with the media, but now it appears that it suits this narrative. What should you make of that?
No, I think media has come through to his aid. The choreographed, is it coincident that the elder man in Baringo just spoke live to oppose the impeachment when Citizen was right there? So he knows those who have help on the journey. He's right that media has really highlighted both issues heavily in favor of underdog, which is an impulse that media usually have, even in the US, to support Kojol, I don't know if that's Dulu or English, those who are underdogs. And in this case, you know, after seeing the big numbers that signed the impeachment, I could see the impulse of media to try prop the other side of the story so that there is danger of a single story. And so I can understand why media is asking tough questions more on the other side, because one, of course, avoiding the impulse of lynching, and also trying to have a balanced and equal playground. Again, you know, Deputy President is an orator and a very good man. That for some of us who have met him, he's a very good person. If you meet him and you get to know him. But Article 2219 require impartiality of public servants. And I think I like what Theuri highlighted, because it is nothing personal. It's not that, oh my goodness, Kumbe, you are a good person. Kumbe, you are good to hang out with. Oh my goodness, you are funny. It is about the office. And therefore, I think this should be approached more from the point of view of institutional measure, rather than personal. I pray a lot. I fellowship. I have a good heart. It is possible to have all that and still trip at some point. And therefore, that article in the Constitution requires public servants to, both in private and public, to be impartial. Those are not idle words in the Constitution.
So which article did you say? I'm trying to look for
Article 22(1)(a), I believe, in the Constitution, requires impartiality of public servant. Or
I don't see that.
I think that's the Act.
Okay.
You're looking at it.
But again, the value and the principle of national unity bind all the state organs. The principle of national unity, so that the presidency is an instrument to serve the entire society. Let us not mix that. Presidency, both the president and deputy, is to serve the entire society, so that you cannot say, let me first deal with those who voted for me, and eventually the issue of impeachment is our safety valve in terms of check and balance. This constitution have a lot of checks and balance, and therefore you cannot praise one part and try to deem another part. Check and balance in the sense that the public servant should be constrained. That once you are elected, you are still being checked, you are still being monitored, and therefore there is that safety valve of impeachment. Therefore, let us not talk of Parliament as if they are officious intermeddler and not doing their duty that is given by the Constitution and by Kenyans, and that is why we have impeachment. And so far, we have not even had the motion, but somehow we are you hear a very dismissive thing, and in fact, you can see the impulse to say court is the avenue. The Constitution did not really look at the court. They believe that the parliamentarians are able and raise the threshold to 2/3. Let us have the due course and believe in the rule of law.
Let's come back and talk about that shortly. But first, I want us to go to Parliament because Emmanuel Toy is there.